Welcome back to ZNGP today. Fresh off a flawless Mugello, a weekend of pole, sprint win, and feature victory, Marc Márquez heads straight to Assen for round 10. Known as the Cathedral of speed and precision, the TT Circuit Assen has tested riders since 1949. Ducati's recent reign here, Stoner in 2008, Bagnaia in 22-24, hints at its strength, but Marquez warns it may not fully suit his aggressive style. Meanwhile, Pecco Bagnaia looks to shake off Mugello disappointment and claw back ground in the title race. At the Italian Grand Prix, Francesco, Pecco Bagnaia showcased flashes of brilliance, matching Marc Márquez wheel-to-wheel in the opening laps, only to see his challenge unravel as front-end grip evaporated. Ducati team manager Davide Tardozzi has now publicly reaffirmed his faith in Bagnaia's talent, while urging solutions to the recurring handling woes that have kept the three-time champion off the podium at his home circuit. After 5 months sidelined by a double injury and 2-week hospital stay in Doha, 2024 world champion Jorge Martin is prepping his return to the grid. Aprilia sporting director Paolo Bonora confirms the team will use a recently introduced regulation to run a private test once Martin secures medical clearance, an essential step before he finally straps back into the RSGP. After a heartbreaking crash at Mugello thwarted Maverick Vinales' chances of capitalizing on Friday pace, KTM Tech 3 arrives in Assen with renewed ambition. The Spaniard and teammate Enea Bastianini both boast strong histories at the Cathedral of motorcycle racing, and the team senses the Dutch TT could finally deliver its first podium in 2025. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Despite 2 Premier Class wins at Assen, 2014, 2018, Marquez admits the flowing corners and rapid transitions present a unique challenge for his hard-on-the-brakes approach. He's banking on Ducati's package, and his own momentum, to bridge the gap. Assen isn't, on paper, one of the tracks that best suits my riding style, but Ducati has been very strong here in recent years. Marc Márquez statement. Marquez's candid preview highlights his confidence in the Desmacetici's speed and stability. Beneath his trademark bravado lies respect for Assen's technical demands, where precision can outweigh raw aggression. After faltering at Mugello, struggling with front-end feel and fading off the podium, Bagnaia is targeting Assen as the ideal venue to regain his edge. Here, his smooth lines and late-braking prowess can flourish. Assen is one of my all-time favorite circuits, where I hope to make the most of our strengths and fight for the top positions again, Francesco Bagnaia said. Bagnaia's optimism stems from his Assen success and Ducati's recent form. If he rediscovers confidence early, he could turn the tides of his 2025 campaign and narrow the 110-point deficit to Marquez. The 4.5 km Dutch Classic delivers high-speed chicanes, rapid left-right flicks, and a fast final sector. Tires are pushed to extremes, making consistency crucial. Riders must balance aggression and precision. Missing apexes here is unforgiving. With resurfaced asphalt and leaner aero regulations, Assen demands both mechanical grip and chassis finesse. Ducati's stability advantage could shine, but small setup errors will be costly. Stoner's 2008 victory inaugurated Ducati's success at Assen. Bagnaia then secured a hat-trick from 2022 to 24. These results underline the Desmacetici's adaptability to Assen's rapid rhythm, especially under cold Dutch conditions where traction is at a premium. The factory and satellite Ducatis often top practice times here. Their cohesive package, engine pull, aerodynamic downforce, and electronic finesse gives riders the confidence to push. With Marquez leading by 110 points, every Assen podium reshuffles the championship narrative. Alex Marquez's emergence adds intrigue, but the key battle remains Marc versus Pecco, a duel that could define 2025. If Bagnaia closes the gap here, momentum shifts. If Marquez extends his lead, the title door slams shut. Either way, Assen's outcome will echo through the paddock. Assen beckons as the first true test of Ducati's mid-season dominance under ever-evolving regulations. For Marc Márquez, it's about translating Mugello mastery to a less favored layout. For Pecco Bagnaia, it's redemption on a track he adores. When Friday practice begins, technical precision and mental resilience will determine who writes the next chapter in this epic MotoGP season. Bagnaia launched from the front, engaging in a fierce duel with Marquez and briefly assuming the lead before Marquez joined the fray. His pace was probably the best of the season, until the front tire faded after 6 laps. I was very excited at the beginning with Pecco, how he was fighting, but then he had a drop in grip, and so he couldn't fight for the podium. Those first laps reminded everyone why Bagnaia is a 2-time champion. His aggression on entry and late braking carved the early order, but tire degradation robbed him of the momentum needed to stay in contention. Despite another Mugello setback, Tardozzi made clear that Bagnaia's raw speed remains unquestioned. The problem, he stressed, lies not with the rider but with unsolved technical issues. Pecco is always Pecco. We have no doubts about his speed. We are missing something. We have to find a solution. Ducati's ongoing development freeze means Bagnaia must wrestle a bike whose front end feels inconsistent. Tardozzi's plea underscores urgency: unlock a fix, or risk losing confidence and championship ground. In a paddock where podium success often overshadows internal struggles, Tardozzi stood firmly behind his under-pressure rider, even as he lauded Marquez's flawless execution. When one rider is on the podium and the other is struggling, I am always on the side of the one who is struggling more. That public show of support sends a clear message: Bagnaia's challenges won't be dismissed. Under Tardozzi's watch, the team will prioritize finding him the grip and confidence needed to fight at the front. 9 races into 2025, Bagnaia's Ferrari-like precision remains shackled by the same recurring issues, particularly in corner entry and braking. Tardozzi lamented Ducati's failure so far to deliver the adjustments his rider needs. The technical freeze limits wholesale changes, but targeted tweaks to suspension, chassis setup, or tire warm-up procedures could unlock performance. As rival teams evolve, Ducati's window for innovation is closing. Despite Bagnaia's Mugello disappointment, Tardozzi insists the title fight is far from over. With his speed intact, the Italian remains capable of challenging both Marquez brothers on Ducati hardware. Pecco is the champion we know, and he has the speed to fight with Marc and Alex in every race. Bagnaia's brief Mugello spark offers hope. If Ducati can cure the grip malady, he could rejoin the title hunt as the calendar moves on to tracks more sympathetic to his smooth riding style. Mugello has become Ducati's fortress, yet for Bagnaia, it's felt more like quicksand. Davide Tardozzi's candid defense and call to action underscore a critical juncture: unlock Bagnaia's potential now, or risk watching a champion's fire fade as the championship moves forward. The solutions must come quickly, because in MotoGP, speed waits for no one. Martin's crucial checkup with Dr. Angel Chart is set for early July, following the Dutch GP at Assen. Only after this examination will Aprilia know if Martin's collarbone, ribs, and lung injuries have healed sufficiently for him to ride again. We are waiting for Jorge to be declared okay by the doctors. When that happens, we will do a day of testing. Bonora statement. The doctor's green light is more than formality. It will confirm Martin's ability to withstand the G-forces, braking loads, and physical demands of MotoGP machinery, ensuring his safety and readiness for the season's second half. In response to Martin's extended absence, the Grand Prix Commission approved Aprilia's proposal. Any rider who misses 3 or more consecutive Grand Prix can undertake a one-off private test. Aprilia plans to leverage this rule as soon as Martin is cleared. Taking advantage of the change in the regulation, we will organize a special one-day test to allow Jorge to ride the bike before his return. This bespoke session will help Martin rebuild confidence on the RSGP, refine his setup, and regain the razor-sharp feedback loop between rider and machine, crucial after a long layoff. Aprilia's calendar already includes 3 official test blocks, July 30th to 31st and August 11th to 12th in Barcelona, plus October 29th to 30th in Jerez. However, the special Martin test will likely precede these, with Misano, July 8th to 9th, the favored location due to proximity and known facilities. Misano offers a balanced layout, fast sections, heavy braking zones, and smooth tarmac that will allow Martin to assess his fitness and the RSGP's handling across varied demands without overtaxing his recovering body. While no date is set, MotoGP insiders expect Martin to rejoin the championship at the Czech Republic GP, July 17th to 20th. The Sachsenring, July 13th, may be too physically daunting, tight hairpins and extreme braking zones that strain ribs and chest. Martin's comeback at Brno fits the logical progression. Safe, rolling layouts and moderate physical stress will ease him back into racing intensity, reducing injury risk. Amid recovery plans, Martin remains locked in a legal standoff with Aprilia over his 2025 contract option. Both sides insist on their rights, Aprilia to retain its champion, and Martin to test freedom for a Honda move next season. For now, the dispute is in stalemate, yet it casts a long shadow over his return. The contract saga underscores the high stakes of Martin's situation. His on-track readiness will soon clash with off-track negotiations, defining not just his 2025 comeback but his career trajectory into 2026. Jorge Martin's path back to the grid demands medical clearance, a bespoke test, and tactical scheduling to ensure he's competitive and safe. As Aprilia stands by ready to roll out the RSGP for him, the paddock watches not only for his lap times but for the resolution of a contract saga that could reshape next year's Premier Class lineup. Friday in Tuscany saw Vinales top FP1 before contact with Franco Morbidelli sent him sprawling, ending what had looked like a genuine challenge. Rather than dwell on lost points, he's refocused on Assen's fast-flowing layout, where confidence and momentum can quickly be restored. We're here at the right time because we're all really looking forward to what's coming next. We feel great on the bike, so I think Assen could be the ideal place. Maverick Vinales statement. Assen stands out on Vinales' resume, a victory in 2019 plus 3 additional Premier Class podiums underline his affinity for the Dutch circuit. Last year's sprint bronze and 5th place feature finish confirm his adaptability, even when equipment isn't perfect. The combination of high-speed chicanes, rapid left-right flicks, and demanding final sector rewards a bike with strong mid-corner grip, areas where KTM has shown improvement. Vinales' smooth lines can leverage those gains. Bastianini arrives at a track he's long admired for its velocity. His 2024 Assen podium in mixed conditions showcased his ability to extract performance from any package, an optimistic sign for KTM Tech 3. Mugello was positive for us, we felt competitive, so I hope we can keep working in that direction. We'd like to fight for the top 10, and I'm confident we can do that. Enea Bastianini statement. With full throttle corners playing to his strengths, Bastianini will aim to build on Tech 3's gradual enhancements, targeting consistent top 10 finishes and pushing for more as confidence grows. Assen's asphalt is notoriously slippery, and tires play a pivotal role. KTM's revised aero package and engine mapping must deliver smoother corner exits, better front-end feel, and improved tire warm-up in cooler Dutch conditions. If the Tech 3 squad nails setup, balancing geometry tweaks with electronic finesse, both riders can exploit Assen's technical demands. Every 10th win here pays dividends across the season's second half. FP1 kicks off at 10:45 a.m. on Friday, followed by the second session at 3 p.m. Vinales will speak at Thursday's pre-GP press conference, setting the tone for a weekend that could redefine KTM Tech 3's 2025 campaign. With form on his side and history behind him, Vinales' bold prediction may finally materialize. Meanwhile, Bastianini's consistency could cement the team's upward trajectory, turning Assen into a breakthrough rather than just another race. Assen offers Tech 3 its best shot at a long-awaited podium. For Vinales, it's about converting pace into results. For Bastianini, about sustaining forward momentum. If the Cathedral echoes with orange cheers this weekend, it won't be mere luck, it will be the payoff of careful development and two riders peaking at the right time.